Okay. So as usual, it'll be up to 5 replays from those who have them if it's just the usual 3 people. Starting with Bomber, as usual. No new festival ones from Bomber. That's surprising. Alright, so we'll do this top rank. We'll just start from this ranked and then do these 5 here. So Branded versus Ashened. That's what it looks like, Ashened. Okay, just passing turn 1. This is when you tried Branded for the first time? Okay. I'm guessing before you took it into the Fusion Cup. And you had the Mag C. Thankfully, you have the Ash. I'm assuming you're doing it just to get familiar with the deck before you took it to the Cup. And Droll, damn, okay. Brandon High Spirits. 4 from you, been getting hand trapped to death in the event. I mean, hey, you saw it, I have too. I'm getting Fuelos, Drolled, and everything. Well, mostly Fuelos and Drolled. But yeah, I've been getting hand trapped a lot too. Just bash with Aliber and 2 Albazes. People have Fua. I mean, you saw it happen to me as well. I got Fuelos a lot. Got double Fuelos in the mirror match. No, was it double? No, it wasn't. Lubellion. I'm guessing you're gonna pitch the white Albaz to make Mirror Jade. And he scoops because of that? Okay. Rage quits because of that. That's... okay. But yeah. This event wasn't too bad. Considering, you know, I was actually able to complete it, like, all the way and get the title. I mean, granted, usually I only do 1 stream for events, but I actually felt like doing 2 streams. It was nice, though. 1 stream with Endymion, and the other with Resonators. And got a 5-game win streak with both. Okay. Meter Jade. I would love some overframes IRL, but most of them are expensive as hell. But God, what I wouldn't give to get my hands on an overframe Supernova Dragon. Or Hypernova. Hypernova is even an overframe, I don't even know if it is. I know Supernova is, but I don't know about Hypernova. Ashing Magnamut, okay. Non-target banish. Interesting. Where do you find these paid actors? Well, in the Fusion Cup, obviously. That's where this took place, so that's where he found him. stumble across them. Yeah. Dang, though. You get to do your fusion summons and then the deer servant after the fact. Crazy. And I'm assuming Ecclesia is to be used with Super Poly to make Dragon that devours the Dogma on the opponent's turn. But still, you know Branded is one of Konami's favorite archetypes when they got 2 structure decks, with the second one being all ultra rares. Like, that's how you know Branded is one of Konami's favorite decks. Like, if you had told someone that Konami were releasing all ultra rare, yeah, if you told someone a few years ago that Konami were releasing all ultra rare deck, they would look at you like you were stupid, but no. The second one was busted, yeah. But the first one is what actually made Branded busted in the first place. Because the first structure deck is what introduced freaking Branded Fusion. The first structure deck is what made Branded so damn strong. It introduced, it introduced Branded Fusion and Mirror Jade. Actually, 3 cards, yeah. It introduced Branded Fusion, Mirror Jade, and Lubellion. Lubellion isn't as strong as the other 2, but still. And Branded Lost, and Mercurier. It introduced a lot of cards. It introduced a lot of the cards that made Branded so good. Let me see. Branded Fusion, Lubellion, Mirror Jade, Branded Lost, and I think Branded Retribution as well. Did I say Mercurier? I think I did. Mercurier, yeah. Albad, let's see, yeah. Mirror Jade, Lubellion, Fusion. Yeah. Yeah, it introduced 6 cards that made Branded so damn good. You have the second structure. I have them both as well. Huh. Windows about to flip the fuck out seeing this. Bro's going up against Shadows and they ain't doing anything. Oh, Shadow Fusion in the battle phase. Winda? No, this ain't Winda. Construct? No, this one. The Wind one. Okay. Interesting. Then pop it. And he chains full. Oh boy. And there's summon Albaz here. Well, white Albaz. And there's OG Albaz. Into Dragon that devours. Yeah, this dude's mega dead. But you gotta remember, these are just the replays that he decided to save. There's probably a whole lot more where I'm certain there's a whole lot more where it didn't go nearly as easy as these duels are. Yeah, no matter like which game mode you play in, you're gonna find at least one person at some point who's gonna play absolutely horrendously. That is until you get up to like Diamond and Master rank. It'll happen on occasion in Diamond rank, but it almost never happens in Master rank. And if you're in rating duels, you're probably for damn sure not gonna see that happen in rating duels. Ah, it's the man. Negate that. Send to the grave. You've seen rating games. The man that sees blue. The man with eyes of blue. What the fuck? This is crazy. Like, yeah, at this point, just call this thing the man with eyes of blue. I thought he was just making a joke. I thought he was making a joke that he was facing blue eyes, you know? He said the man that sees blue, so I was like, yeah, because he's facing up against blue eyes. It's funny, but yeah, no. More like the man with eyes of blue. Why? Oh, okay, he just wants to set that. Which ain't gonna do anything because Sifra will protect. Majesty ain't gonna do anything because Sifra will protect. And you have your own Majesty. And he is dead. First stream of destruction for a game? Yes. But Blue Eyes Man, yeah, so did I. I'm just gonna call that deck Man with the Eyes of Blue. Very nice, though. Okay, 3 from window with Raid Raptors versus... Looks like a mirror match for the first one. And then Heroes, and then against Shadows. Okay. Oh, this is ranked, though, so yeah. Surprise you with that one? Yeah. Yeah, see you on Friday, Bomber. It was a mirror, just birds staring at each other menacingly. Yeah, just unaffected towers looking at each other, I'm assuming, for a bit. Ah, great. Some bug bit me. Night stuff. You know, I really do need to get myself an actual proper Xyz deck IRL. Like, I can't even call my Phantom Knights deck an actual Xyz deck because it's literally just from the legendary hero decks. And I just took some of the cards from that deck and I just put them towards other things. But yeah, I need to get my hands on an actual proper Xyz deck IRL. This is cheap and easy to understand? Maybe. What are some other fun Xyz decks, though? I wouldn't go for Lyrilusk. I would not go for that. Even if it is an Arc 5 deck, I wouldn't go for Lyrilusk. Galaxy Eyes is kind of meh to me. I don't know, maybe I would go for Exorcisters. What's wrong with Lyrilusk? Just personal preference, you know? Just not really a deck I'm too fond of, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the deck. It's just something I'm not really fond of. Honestly, I'm pretty sure, like, again, like, most Xyz decks are ones I haven't really been fond of. Like, it's hard for me to find an Xyz deck that I can say that I actually, you know, personally like and would build, you know? You didn't expect him to keep going? Yeah. This is funny. Our Raid Raptor, yeah, he ranked it up and you just snatched it. And then another tower has hit the field. Sir, a third tower has hit the field. But he actually he actually crashed. I mean, I'm assuming you would have as well if your turn came back around anyway, so. And he burns you. And timed out, I'm guessing. No, he scooped. Just burned you, then just dipped. Okay. Then we got Raid Raptors versus Heroes. And again, like, to me, like, I'm neutral towards Raid Raptors. But Shun's duels in Arc 5 with them were all hype as fuck. Especially his duel against, what was his name, Dennis? The dude who is pretending to be good, but is actually evil when he dueled him in the Synchro Dimension. I think was his name Dennis or something else? Yeah. That duel, oh my god. And then his first duel with Shun, the one he won before the rematch, and Shun beat him in the rematch. But yeah, his first duel with Shun, and then his match with Dennis, and then when he beat those three duelists from Reiji's school, yeah, against Declan. Not against Declan specifically. When he fought the three students from his school, you know, the ones who used Gem Knights, Constellar, and whatever the other one was. Like, pretty much almost all of Shun's duels are pretty much just highlights of Arc 5, despite me being pretty neutral towards Raid Raptors in general. Again, it's like why Arc 5 would be like my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh anime, but I can admit that the ending was insanely rushed and just sucked. It started to go down once they reached the Xyz dimension, unfortunately, and then it just really went down once they reached the fusion dimension. DPE. Yeah, the ending felt extremely rushed. Yeah, I can, again, Arc 5 is my favorite anime, but I can admit the ending was not good at all. Like, that's what's actually holding the anime back for me. I mean, again, it's still my favorite, but yeah. Arc 5 is my favorite, with 5Ds being a close second. Let's just deck that with Slight Bruise, yeah. And if you can't get the, especially if you can't get to your, if you can't get the Fortress, Ultimate, or Rising Rebellion. If you can't get to one of your big towers, like the deck dies pretty easily. Just play with that pseudo tower. I mean, yeah. I mean, again, it's basically a tower so long as it has an Xyz monster as material. And it has 5, or 3, but it has 5 material. But hey, DPE already used up its effect, so... DPE moved into it, I think? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Am I missing one? Why did he lose his attack boost? Ah, okay, because you just detached Brave Strix. Okay. Oh, and I missed the animation for it again, but it's fine. And Impulse, so no Reborn for him. And he scoops. And then this one's ranked. We got Ice Barrier versus Shadows. This one was horrible. Huge brick. Actually have Foolish Burial. Nice. And follows up with El Shadow Fusion. With the Wind Shadow Fusion. Negate the Wendy, and that's it. Looks like his hand wasn't that great either. Kaiju? Yep. I'm guessing he has some sort of disruption set. No? Okay. Yep, knew it. Fallen and Virtuous. But hey, you got follow-up. You don't let Wendy summon from deck? Yeah. At least you managed to do something here, and he surrenders once you actually start making plays. Funny. And then we got Verdant's replays. We'll start with the 2 losses and then we'll watch the other remaining ones. Jesus. Verdant has a lot. So we'll watch the Infernity? Okay. Infernity looping Trishula. I'm guessing is that actually what happens? Because I did see, you know, the Infernity monster. Like his represented cards was the Infernity monster and Trishula. Yeah, that thing. Infernity Archfiend and Trishula were one of his three represented cards. Proxy F. Starving Venom. Okay. Yep, that's what I'm assuming it is. I think when to call it is just gonna loop your entire hand, huh? Yeah, that's what it looks like he's doing. Yep, here comes the second one. I'm guessing this must have been a strategy before, in like the TCG. Considering that Wenda called it immediately, that's what he would be doing. It's just Trishula looping your hand. Yep. And he got rid of both of your Jackal Kings, which is crazy. Yep, and then banish a card from hand. And then he has an Omni Negate, so whatever you draw into is not going to be good. Even if you had like a one-card combo, he had an Omni Negate for it. And he uses it on that. Yeah. And then he has another one, probably. Yep. Yeah, people whose whole objective is to make sure you can't play the fucking game. And then Heroes versus RDA. You had to go, Billy. Yeah. That was your one bad day, huh? Alright, let's see how this goes. Looks like he's starting off with standard RDA stuff. Sending Bone first. Okay. Okay. Vision or Bone pitch Crimson, dumping Vualoof. Not bad. Seems pretty standard so far. You also had a bad hand? Yeah. Vision grab. Red Zone, so it probably already has Crimson Gaia. Yep, he does. There's Abyss. Here comes OGRDA. New Ice Bear Dragon is generic, which you hate. Yeah. Bane. Tribute itself to summon OGRDA. Interesting. Okay. That can be a level 12, but what is he gonna make? Add Soul for follow-up? He doesn't have a... Does he have... If he has freaking... No, never mind. It wouldn't work. Never mind. It's not what I think it is. Okay, Reborning Bane. Okay. Look at the hand, rip double Ash. Damn. And he uses it on that? Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that hand was a brick. And he still has a red zone as well to pop a card you control. Then he can reborn his other RDA, which has Super Poly in hand. Yeah. Okay, and there's your Poly. And then Abyss to negate the Poly. Yeah, not bad use of his disruption. Alright. Then we can watch 3 more. We'll watch these 2 and then the one against Ancient Gears. 1 turn against... Okay, so you're going first against Dragon Link. So this means they probably, or not probably, they did surrender before their turn even came around. Dang, got the all mythical beast hand. Already got all 3 Jackal Kings out of the deck. And then the Endymion top deck. And he scoops because that's it, okay. Yeah, a single Ash Blossom would have completely ruined that hand. All Mythical Beast, like an all Mythical Beast hand dies to like a single Ash. Zero replay, okay. Let me take a peek at the extra deck real quick. Okay. I think you're back to form. That's nice. Wonder Driver. Thunder Giant. Okay. Adding another Poly. Assuming here comes Chaos once you use that Poly. No, not yet. DPE? Yep, alright, DPE first. Now here's Chaos. Funny how an on-field Omni-Negate is a rare, simply because no one used it before they got their support. I just find it funny that, you know, it's technically an Omni-Negate, but it's only for face-up cards on the field. Usually Omni negates or at least super rares. Yeah, pretty strong. Chaos, Dark Law. I would say you're missing another Chaos, but you can just favorite Contact for another one if you need to. Which I think you're actually about to do. Yep. And it's against... Yeah, I think I... Duh. Pop the Nightmare Throne, don't let me search. Super Poly. Starving Venom of the Four Heavenly Kings. No, use the light, never mind. Favorite hero, Shining Flare, okay. And in the scoop, very nice. And then, how many? We got one more. We'll watch this one, and then we can watch this one against Triple D on Friday. Why she be an ass? Okay. Okay. All your future opponents can thank the Infernity Slayer. Adding Power of the Guardians, oh boy. I'm surprised you haven't chained Assembled Nightingale yet. No battle, no chain. I mean, I guess. Usually thought you would, like, you know, chain to effect, because of, and okay, he just gave up. Hold on, what does that thing do again? Let me just read it real quick. Let me see. Once per turn, reveal until the end of your opponent's next main. Neither player can activate the effects of. Oh, that's why he couldn't activate. Yeah. But very nice. Looks like that's gonna do it for viewer replays today, though. So they found you, yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's stream. Appreciate y'all for tuning into the stream. I appreciate the gifted subs as well from everyone who donated them. But yeah, I'd say today was a good stream. We completed the event. Got the title and everything, but on Friday it'll be back to God Eater for me. But until then, though, I hope you all enjoy your day, and I will see you all back here on Friday. Peace.